Only 600 people in history have been to every country in the world, and our guest today, a Michigan native, Michael, will be one of them. Welcome into Studio 10.
Thanks, Nicole.
Yes, we are super excited to have you on the show and can't wait to dive into all these travels that you're going to.
Yeah.
And I know at the start of the year, you're going to be traveling to every single country, and you're asking them a simple but very impactful question as the what is the happiest moment of your life? So my question to you is a little bit more simpler. Why are you doing that? What's the inspiration behind all of this?
Well, man, if it was quite as simple as the question I'm asking, I guess it came from a couple of different inspirations. First, I have always been a traveler. I love the culture shock. I love the experience of meeting new people, the foods, the music, the art of various nations and countries. But I didn't really have the inspiration to actually go to every single country in the world until I actually hit the lowest point of my life during the pandemic. I was working on a film and we lost financing for it. So I was just sitting in my hands. I'm like, I'm a filmmaker and I can't make movies. Like, what is my purpose right now? How can I help the world? And eventually I ended up taking a step back and I'm like, okay, wait a second. I'm a storyteller too. I don't necessarily need to just make movies. I can tell stories in other ways. So I started, I guess it was like the seed of the idea there. And then I remember reading about people that were called country counters that would go to every country in the world. I'm like, okay, so I'm putting the pieces together. I'm like, okay, I know that I can tell stories through other means. I know that I might want to travel, right? But then I started to think, well, I knew a lot of people that were really suffering during the pandemic and they really needed to remind themselves that life is a beautiful thing and that you can find happiness no matter who you are, where you are in the world. So I thought, all right, I'm going to take this idea of traveling to every country in the world and figure out a question to ask people that might elicit a story about happiness. And smashed it all together, and I came up with this.
Yes, and boom, bada bing, and it has a fun title, Project Cosmos, with the beautiful smiley happiness glow.
You like that one?
Yes, I do. Yeah. And it's this record-breaking journey of happiness, and because you were trying to break this Guinness World Record, how do you prepare for something like this?
Well, you do your best, like 95% planning, and then the 5% fly by the seat of your pants.
Right.
Like you don't know what's going to happen. I think the way that I started planning it was I looked at how other people did this, and then I decided, okay, I think that I myself, Michael, can do this. I can endure, 542 days of traveling. I've done a lot of traveling before, not as much as that.
Right.
And I also checked, okay, are there countries that I couldn't absolutely get into as an American? Would I need like Greek citizenship for? Would I need, special permits? Do I need, how do I plan this route? I mean, how many days do I spend in each place?
Yeah.
Modes of transportation, direct flights in and out. If it's boats, if it's trains, if it's planes, or sometimes you're just driving across the border. So there were a lot of things. The way I saw it, I guess, was, I come from the film background, right? So it was just a logistical problem.
Yeah, like story block it, like a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I just looked at it like scheduling a film.
All right. Yeah. And is there any country that you're looking forward to visiting the most that you haven't been to, or one that you're like, you get excited? You get excited every time you kind of enter into a country.
Sure. Well, okay, the easy answer is ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to go to Japan.
Okay.
So that was, that's kind of the place that I dreamed of going to. And even though I've been to some 55 countries, right, I still had never gone to Japan. I thought to myself, oh, maybe I'll get there one day.
Yeah. So how can we follow you through this process?
So I'm going to be on Instagram. That's kind of the hero platform, the Project Cosmos. And then you've got TikTok, you've got YouTube. You'll see a little bit on LinkedIn.
Oh, we are so excited. You got to send us one postcard, though.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We'll give you our address.
That's right. Name the country. I'll send it to you from whatever country you want.
We'll have to do Japan for now.
That's appropriate.
Safe travels, and thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.